Hey, everybody. Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy Hanukkah starting tomorrow. Kwanzaa starting tomorrow. The other holidays starting sometime. Oh, it's tonight? Okay, well. I'm not a super big Hanukkah expert. Hanukkah starts now? Yeah, probably like right about now because it's sundown, right? Well, regardless, I am here to bless you with a Christmas present. That's right. It's the Christmas pug. Yeah. The Christmas pug is here for you. As you can see, he's Christmas sleepy. Oh, he is so sweet. Oh, oh. Man, I gotta tell you what. Oh, these pugs. Whoa, they're pretty good. We might go rescue some more pugs. Cause they're squishy. Yeah, and they're eepy. All right, back you go. Whoa. Good night. Now there will be some slight interruptions. Interruptions? Oh my god, am I okay? Probably. There'll be some slight interruptions today for numerous reasons. One is dinner's cooking, and Paige is probably going to need my help to finish it off because the baby is eeping. Right? And two, then I'll need to help finish up dinner again. And three, I've been experiencing some brownouts today, so the stream may in fact crash at random. Have we named the dog yet? Yes, the name of the dog is Caboose. We call him Boosie for short. You play Metal Gear? Also, of note, the Warframe stream that was supposed to be tomorrow has instead been moved to Saturday because we are suddenly busy tomorrow, which is cool. I followed your advice and did not die so I could be here to watch the stream. Nice. What's tomorrow? I mean, plans with our friends. We're going to hang out with people that we know. So we're like, oh, well, I can just move that on Saturday. So we did it. Also, thanks, Big Puss and Valorant. If you were listening to the podcast, I've thought a little bit. I'm not going to intentionally not heal the Jimmy in the D&D campaign. I'm going to support the party according to what I think the best chance of success will be. Now, I thought about this long and hard because in Dungeons and Dragons, spells have certain targets. So we have me, a cleric. We have Paige, a sorcerer. We have a fighter, a paladin. So that's 4. And a warlock. Well, Bless only affects 4 people. And the warlock is intentionally not going for combat. So that's all 4. And unless they fucking stack Agonizing Blast, they're definitely not going to be the best fighter or the strongest whatever. So it'd be a lot easier. It'd be a lot more valuable to pick up the sorcerer or the paladin or the fighter off the floor. You know what I'm saying? Oh, got a heavy heavy papoose of dog here. Oh, I just love him so much. Oh, oh, oh. I just love him so much. There was a time period. There was a time period where we genuinely considered calling the dog Jesus. Just straight up baby Jesus Christ. Look at him. He's so tender and mild. Aww. Is Caboose growing? No, he's done. That's right. Jesus Christ, the ghoul. The ghoul. Yeah, he's done cooking for surezies. Yeah, I gotta fix all this shit. Did a voice call with the family today. That was fun. They got to see the baby running around going, ah! You know how babies do. I gotta say, though, like, maybe you guys have this situation with, like, your mom and dad, but, like, I love my mom and dad so much, but, like, they don't really have a whole lot going on. And they don't really understand any of the stuff that's going on with me. So conversations just kind of stall out, like, immediately after all the pleasantries. I'm aware that they are old. I'm aware that my dad is an old guy, and my mom is an old lady. I know these things. Your mom can yap forever about nothing. See, my mom used to yap forever about nothing, but now she's so chill that I miss yapping mom. Like, I would rather hear bad opinions than no opinions. Mm. Oh, that's nice, Mothman Kisser. That's real sweet. All right, hey. So we're going to chat it up until Paige gives me the all go to hit that roast with apples. And then I'm going to do that. And then we're going to start with Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, which I looked it up is apparently significantly longer than Metal Gear 1, which means we are unlikely to finish it today. Very unlikely. Oh. Look at this. Oh, he's so sweet. Hold on, I'm going to show him again. Oh. Oh. Oh, my goodness. Hey, Boosie. Do you want to say hello? Do you want to say hello? You want to grumble? You want to do your huggy grumbles? Oh, you're just a baby. Oh, oh. He's just such a good little guy. Aren't you a sweet little guy? Yeah. Okay, in you go. Oh. Okay, here you go. Oh. There you go. Oh, that's a baby. Oh. Yeah, he's so ugly, huh? Oh my god, he's so ugly. No, MG1 was not yesterday. Yesterday was me and Paige getting distracted for multiple hours. He's so ugly, he is cute. Did Pat already went through MGS NES or just skip? I don't know if I lost the stream. So I was planning to go through the NES version of Metal Gear, only to discover, that the NES version of Metal Gear after the introduction... Oh, you're sleepy? Oh, I'm sorry. After the introduction actually is just a way worse version of the MSX version. So we're going to skip it. It's totally pointless. The stuff that you saw at the end of the last stream was actually almost all of its unique content. It is time for apples. All right, little man. Do you hear that it's apples time? It's time for apples. Mwah. Okay, well, I'm going to have to help with apples, so I will be right back. Do you want to say goodbye? Oh, look at that big yawn. I love you. Mwah. Okay, I will be right back with apples.
Let's go. Reload.
Apples. The situation has been appled. Shonen Hero says Disco Elysium wishes that it was a critique that subsumed into capitalism. I think he is serious, and I also think he's right. I think that it would have been nicer for them to have got to keep making the money and not get it stolen. Oh, but that is oh, it did get yeah, it did, but not in the way they wanted. Paige, if you're still watching, I sent you a picture of the apples. I'm doing it. I'm doing a great job. Happy Christmas to you, Pocket Pair Illustrator. Carrot Sky says, hold on. New Millennium says, I'm debating. I just finished Pillars of Eternity again. I'm debating doing Pillars 2 in real-time return-based mode. Oh, that's tough. Oh, did you see the picture I sent you, Paige? I sent you a picture of the apples. I think turn-based is not super great for Pillars 2. And the reason for that is really simple, is that the encounters were never designed for turn-based. So some of those fights have a lot of moving fucking parts. And a lot of people in them. Like a lot. So the battles can take a bit. Nomo Lomo says, gotta say, I always appreciate you streamers. Streaming during the Christmas. As somebody who usually flies solo during the streams. Thanks, Pat and Paige. Oh, you're quite welcome. That next year, it will not be this way. Next year, it will be very different. Because next year, the baby will be talking and being like, where my presents at, bitch? And I'm going to be like, oh, fuck. But now he's too young to appreciate any of that shit, right? He doesn't know that today's Christmas. Like, we got him his stuff and all that shit. But, like, he's not like, Dad, why are you streaming on Christmas? Right? So it'll just be shorter streams, but it'll be in the dead-ass evening, right? Will I dress up like Santa? Oh, no. We have a friend of ours that literally looks like Lord's own Santa Claus. I've never met anyone in my entire life that look more like Santa Claus than this gentleman. It's genuinely unbelievable. No, not Wooly. This is weird. Is Gowron going to be prohibited entrance to the streamer cabin when he grows up? I could imagine a disastrous situation where he just runs up to the room during the stream. Once he's old enough to walk around, I'm going to start locking these doors. Like for his own well-being and safety. He can't be around when we got all this crazy stuff going on over here. It's dangerous. I gotta say, my nephew did me a real solid this morning. I really gotta say, I appreciate you, nephew, because whenever we do a video call with my mom and dad, they're like, we have Facebook. And it's always like, oh my God, this is gonna be a fucking mess. But I was talking to my sister and my nephew, and they're like, yo, what's your Discord? And I'm like, oh, fucking thank God. Thank God, appropriately aged nephew who knows what the fuck is up. Thank God. Made that shit a lot easier. Serious question. What age does your son have to be before you accept his consent to be on stream? 25. Well, and also he's never gonna want to be on stream because because he's gonna be too busy studying for med school because he's gonna be a genius doctor. An astronaut. You know. What if he doesn't want that? Why would my genius son want to be anything other than a genius doctor? I don't understand. I don't understand the situation you're prescribing for me. I don't what he wants to build, Pat? He can build new arteries inside dying patients. That's building. Listen, all I'm saying is that my son can be any kind of doctor he wants. He can do anything he wants with his life. He can be a dermatologist or a brain surgeon or an ear, nose, and throat doc or a cancerologist or, you know, what have you. Or a bone doctor. Right? I can't remember what the cancerologist's name is. But I definitely know it's not cancerologist. Oncologist. Yeah, oncology. That's it. Okay. Okay. Fuck, that's not even close. Holy shit. Oh, okay. Oh, man. That's really fucking funny. All right, so I'm looking at this. You know what? We're going to test something. Hey, we're going to test something today. So I'm looking at this shirt. This Nuka-Cola shirt. And it is not red. So what we're going to do is that now that because we had a brownout and so the camera turned off, so the settings are all default, we are going to use the white balance. And we're going to see if we can fix this. That was wrong. That was the wrong direction. Oh, no. Okay, what about this direction? That is also... You know what? That's better, actually. That's a little inhuman. Okay, that is closer to my normal pallor, but it's still red. Contrast, white balance, saturation. That's not... Oh, no, I'm so sad now. Now I'm too bright. Oh, God. I don't think I can change the tint on this thing. I cannot. Well, I mean, that... Problem solved then. Complete global paturation. That's right. Only here for your beautiful voice. Thanks, overzealous enthusiast. That seems overzealous. Hey, guys. Are you guys excited to play Virtua Fighter? We're going to play Virtua Fighter 5 Revo in January. That's going to be exciting. Oh. People who showed up to those Virtua Fighter streams, is that game not like super fun and fast and intense? I think it's pretty good. I'm pretty old guy. I think it's pretty good. I think it's pretty fun. That's what I think. I'm glad we had this talk. Let's thank some people, huh? How about that? I want to thank Sirius Bichon for subbing. Thanks, Sirius Bichon. Holy shit, another year with you gremlin bastards. Wouldn't have it any other way. Merry Platypus, one and all. Thank you. Thank you, I appreciate that. Spider-Man kicked in $5. Thanks, Spider-Man. Merry Christmas. Had the Magneto match of my life on Rivals today. 22k damaged, blocked, 17 kills, and if I had better aim, I would have been 20 plus. What a good game. Man, when you hard carry a match in Rivals, you feel like you have like embodied the superhero. Like you it feels like you're playing them according to their own canon. And that seems really cool. And because I've been talking about Rivals, my phone keeps like showing me these gentlemen who are pro gamer streamer dudes who are like, this is why Iron Man actually fucking slaps shit. And I'm like, that can't be true. And then I went and played a match with Iron Man and got fucking MVP and play of the game and the highest KD ratio. And I'm like, okay, maybe Iron Man has some stuff. maybe Iron Man does have a thing going on. And Wolverine is actually pretty good. He just has an incredibly specific niche. And if you don't play to that niche, you'll lose. But if you do play to that niche, the rest of your team can clean up the rest of their team easy. Every character is good when someone good plays them. That's right. Every character except for Storm. Holy fuck, Storm is so bad. Storm is so bad that the best way to play Storm is to play Loki and steal the other team's Storm's ult. Like, Storm is so bad that if there is a Loki on the other team, you have made your team weaker overall because you gave the good kill streak to their healer. Japoopoo says, it feels like in Marvel Rivals, DPS classes keep sneaking behind the lines better than Overwatch. Is it because of the FOV? The mobility on Rivals characters is really high. And characters like Spider-Man and Iron Man just having like no frills, I can go fucking anywhere I want shit. Like, I just have so much more fun playing Rivals because like they balancing comes after the things they want those characters to be able to do. I want Iron Man to be able to fly around and go really fast and shoot laser beams. Okay, done. Now build the rest of the character after that. It feels like Marvel versus Capcom. It feels like calling it Marvel is appropriate. I think it's nuts. Ozymandias kicked in a sub. Thanks, Ozymandias. Enjoy peak third gen video games. You and your family. Wait, what are you talking about? You and your family are a gift to this whole community, so thank you for being the one that keeps on giving. Have a happy new year. MSX in 1990 is not third gen. It's second gen. It's Atari and then all those weird Japanese and British computers. And the NES, I think. L Struggler kicked in a sub. Hey, Merry Christmas, guys. Merry Christmas to you. Amcha sub says, Merry Crimpus, Pat and chat. Thank you. Rip Big Puss
Gifted 10 subs. Thank you, Big Puss. I love you. Oink, oink. I'm pig boy. Yeah.
And Valorant, thanks for the 2 gift subs, Valorant. Serious B. Sean kicked in another 500 bits. Thanks, man. Merry Fishmas, Pat. For your D&D, can you do the FF14 healer strat that pulls the not pad away from danger? I don't know if there's a D&D equivalent of rescue. I don't know. Oh, Kai and I kicked in $10. Thanks, Kai. Idea for a D&D character: warlock who thinks they're a cleric and doesn't realize their patron is a demon, telling them to kill people instead of benign god telling them to help orphans and horrors. I call him Kiryu Kazuma. The fuck. And Kai 9 goes on to say, I come from a family of people who are all well educated and are incredibly arrogant and think they're the smartest guys in the room. So every get together runs the risk of becoming as tense as the Nuremberg trials. That sounds awesome. That sounds great. I'd love to be there. Not as part of your family, but still. Carrie Boy kicked in a sub. Hey, Pat and chat. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you. Kai9 follows up, kicking in another $5. Thanks, Kai. Anyway, I'm playing Yakuza 2 on the PS2 right now. And I have to say, I'm starting to see what Yahtzee meant about Kiryu. He's like if the toughest man in the world watched the Yakuza training video on Rewind by accident. Yeah, you only get a singular event in the history of the franchise in which Kiryu acts like a genuine organized criminal. And it is the introduction cutscene of Yakuza 0 in which he beats up a guy for, flaking on a bet. His heart of gold is too strong. Like, one of the things that it's always like, man, that Kiryu, man, he's just like how the Yakuza used to be. So honorable. And you're like, you mean the Yakuza used to be a bunch of organized criminals that didn't make any money? I thought the point of making organized crime was to make a bunch of money. Also, when you play Yakuza 1, like, Kiryu's personality is really different from Yakuza 2. If you want to get killed, step the fuck up. Fucking backhanding children, dude. Like, he changed, man. The events of Yakuza 1 changed him, man. Remember when Dojima kidnapped girls to rape them and Kiryu knew? Yeah, that the very beginning of Yakuza 1 is like, the boss, my direct superior, kidnapped a woman off the street for rape reasons. Oh no, it's a woman I know. He's gone too far. And it's like, yeah, he is Black Dynamite. That's true. Yeah, he is. Mr. Jammer 1999 kicked in a sub. Says, Merry Christmas, Pat. Hope you're well. Thanks, man. I think the Yakuza 4 cutscene with Saejima getting out of jail is maybe the most uncomfortable thing I've ever watched in any game in my entire life. I think it is a really well directed, interesting scene that makes me like sick to my stomach. Because it's like a pin could drop. And like, there's so much going on there. And like Kiryu just being rock solid and be like, I might have to kill this dude. And then, I don't have to kill this dude. And it also lets you it ugly humanizes Saejima because he's been in jail for decades, and he's like, and then he's like, no, I should not do this. This is bad to do, and then he shakes it off, and then it never comes up ever again. And you're like, wow, even under violent, murderous threats and 20 years of super jail, he's able to fight off his base human nature. Ronald McDownload, also sub. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Like, I'm a human garbage, but I can fight it. And like, that's laudable. Sajima didn't kill anyone? Man, that rubber bullet shit is so stupid. Those people would still be dead. Also, he's still guilty of like dozens of counts of attempted murder, which is still pretty bad. Not supposed. Whoa, it's super loud in this. Holy shit. Oh my god. Who could have changed my settings? Who could have done that? Who could have done that? What person could have changed on my audio settings? I was wondering why it was so loud. It was Caboose. It was the Boos. Hey, Boosy. I love you. I love you. I love him. What the fuck is this? Huh. Anyway. It doesn't count if it's attempted, some say. You mean fucking Sideshow Bob? What, do they give Nobel Prizes for attempted chemistry? How many times a day do you say the boost is loose? 4 or 5. I say it a couple times. I think it's fun to say. All right. Let's fucking Metal Gear it. Snake. Check out how tight my pants are, Snake. Metal Gear. All right. So, we're moving on from MSX 1987 to MSX 1990. Now, mute? Oh, yeah, sure enough. Hold on a sec. Sure enough. We're moving on to MSX 1990. Now, Metal Gear 2 technically came out after Metal Gear Solid Snake, or Snake's Revenge, rather. But we're going to be playing it in this order because this is the beginning of this is the order that Kojumbo played them order. Because he definitely played Snake's Revenge after finishing Solid Snake. We're going to play in English. So the game after this will be Snake's Revenge. Excuse me. Do you have Barkeys? Is this my first time playing Metal Gear 2? Yes. Hey, boof. 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 He's just doing sweet Borks down there. Sweet Borks. Boy, with all these things being different apps, you know, it's a massive pain in the ass to get these to load into the fucking OBS smoothly. Let me tell you. MSX! Konami presents 1990. This must have blown people's fucking minds in 1990, man. 1990 was a long time ago. It was a long time ago. I was just a little baby. I was just a little baby. I was 4 years old when this came out. When Metal Gear came out on the MSX, I was playing Mario Brothers at my babysitter's house and Contra. And I was getting shadowboxed by a boxer named King. My babysitter had a big old boxer named King, and he was a really sweet dog, but because he's a boxer, just punch your ass in the face. When he got excited, he would just bop you. That's not a joke. I'm serious. If you've never encountered a dog called a boxer, they punch you in the face. That's a real thing that they actually do. Oh my god, it's Metal Gear. Metal Gear 2, Solid Snake. It's the late 1990s. The world is embarking on an age of peace and stability. It takes place in 99, by the way. Relations between the Cold War superpowers have thawed. That is true. Regional conflicts are being resolved. The threat of nuclear war is now a thing of the past. Wow, this aged like shit. This aged like shit! Oh, man! But there are some who do not desire peace. An atmosphere of tension begins to build in the Middle East. Oh, that darn Middle East again. Begins. A military junta comes to power in Zanzibar land, a small nation bordering on the USSR, China, and the Middle East. Zanzibar land attacks nuclear weapons disposal sites around the world, seizing those weapons that are still intact, and becomes the only world nuclear power. It then begins to invade its neighbors at will. Wow, they had to retcon this shit, huh? After renouncing nukes forever, the world is once again threatened by the specter of nuclear war. Okay. 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 Meanwhile, the world's oil supply, which was to last another 30 years, suddenly and unexpectedly dries up. Without a safe, alternative source of energy, the world faces a severe energy crisis. Cool, dude, I will get to that. Hold that comment. It is in these dire circumstances that Dr. Keo Marv, a Czech biologist, develops Oilix, a microbe that can synthesize high-grade petroleum. With this discovery, global tensions are once again on the rise. On his way to attend an American science conference, Dr. Marv is kidnapped by agents of Zanzibar land. With its nuclear weapons and the secret of Oilix, Zanzibar land plans to achieve global military domination. A tiny microbe, only a few microns wide, is about to change the world forever. Metal Gear 2: Solid Snake. So, I'm going to hold up here for a minute because we're going to talk about global politics and Metal Gear Solid, something that is unavoidable. So, one of the things that came up in the Metal Gear stream was that I was kind of... Okay, come on. No. Hold on. Hold on. We're actually going to end it so I can talk more. One of the things that really stood out to me about playing Metal Gear 1 is how much of that was like not tangentially related to future games, but actually extremely important and had direct callbacks. So one of the things that jumps out to me right as I look at Oilix and all that stuff is there were a lot of wars in the Middle East in the 90s over that oil, right? So called it in 1990. But more importantly, Metal Gear Solid's plot actually makes more sense to me just after that background, because I was not aware that in 1999 in Metal Gear that nukes had been abolished. And the reason I didn't know that is because that didn't fucking happen. And Metal Gear Solid, which was designed and came out in 1998, spends a disproportionate amount of its runtime bitching about the START II treaty. Because in 1990, treaties were being signed between the US and the USSR, the two primary nuclear powers, about how they were going to completely disarm their nuclear armaments. So, oh, that came out French. Did you hear that? Did you hear that accidentally came out French? An idealist would say, well, by 1999, the START II treaty and the START III treaty would be finished, and the US and USSR, at the time the only nuclear powers, would have totally disarmed, and France and Israel and Germany and all those wouldn't be nuclear powers because they aren't in 1990. So it makes sense that when they're making MGS in 97 and 98, that's why Kenneth Baker spends like his entire speaking runtime going, yeah, there's nukes everywhere. In fact, not only is nuclear war not a threat, the threat is greater than it's ever been. And like now it makes sense. Pretty sure France had nukes in 1990, but did Kojima know they had nukes in 1990? In 1989, did Hideo Kojumbo know? Did he know? Wow, Pakistan had nukes in... India and Pakistan had nukes in 1990? That's crazy. But regardless, a lot... Metal Gear Solid is like a response to the failure of Metal Gear 2's dream, which is a world without nukes. Right? Let's go original. Foxhound. This is Snake. I've reached the infiltration point. Snake. Right on time as always. Let's get started. Commencing Operation Intrude FO-14. Let's go over this one more time. Your mission is to infiltrate Zanzibar land and rescue the kidnapped Czech biologist, Dr. Keo Marv. Snake, we provided you with a new anti-personnel sensor. Try switching it on. Roger. Okay, it's on. Peach Saliva says, hey, gorgeous, it's time for the roast. Do you want me to keep everything warm so you can play? What should I do? No. I just started. Let's do the rope. The rope? Let's roast it up, and I'll get some food, and I'll eat and play. That's what we'll do. You told me dinner would be at 5. Paige, I got like distracted talking about the realities of nuclear disarmament in 1998. Okay? It happens. It happens to anybody. All right. So we'll just start this cutscene over. All right. So I'm going to go help Paige. Nah, it's good, Paige. It's Christmas. Who could ever complain about Christmas? Ever in the history of the world. Like, seriously. All right. Well, actually, if I was Jesus, I would complain about Christmas a lot, actually. I'd be super pissed. I'd be pissed the whole way down. Yeah, I'd be fucking mad as fuck. All right, Paige, Paige, you want me to just bring the roast? And you get the door for me? Yeah, okay. All right, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Bye-bye.